So great to meet you.
Hi, Haley. Nice to meet you too.
I'm really excited to talk to you today. You're about to be in our neck of the woods. In Portsmouth, you'll be July 3rd, but you'll be in Maine, in Bangor on the 7th. I'm curious, what are you looking forward to most about being on tour here soon?
Oh my gosh, being on tour and singing and dancing and jumping around the stage feels like a parade of a contest winner. Like that's what I feel like I get to do for my profession. I get to make up songs and sing them, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a connection with on a deep level. And then I record and share them, and people get excited and want me to come and share them in their town. And that to me feels like I've just won some huge sweepstakes. And so I bring my gratitude, I bring my joy, I bring my excitement and my creative discovery, and I hope to, unlock all that potential on stage with the audience, and we have a good old time.
Yes, I know that's what's about to happen, Jason. And it's so cool that you still feel that way after being in this game after all these years. It still feels so fun. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, the page is always blank. When you turn the page, it's always blank.
Absolutely.
And what are you going to fill it with, And it's not like you turn the page and it tells you exactly what to do or where you're going next. And so I really love that about not just the creative game, but just life in general. You wake up one day and really it's not written yet. So,
As Natasha Bedingfield once said, the rest is still unwritten. So 100%. Now, last year, Jason, you dropped your latest album, Mystical, Magical, Rhythmical, Radical Ride. It was on your birthday, which happy early birthday, by the way. What inspired this album for you, though?
oh, I'm looking for new experiences in life. Kind of what I was just talking about, turning the page, new experiences. And I had yet to experience like dance music. I love dance music, but I wanted to really learn how to make it and play it with my friends. And and coming of age or just being another age, every age we grow, we get to be a new person. And so the album is really about beginnings, even halfway through life, starting over or starting something new, going on a new adventure. And so musically, that was that for us. Topically, that was that for us. And it's wild, 8 albums in to it feels like it's my first album. So I think I hit my goal.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. Well, speaking of your 8 albums in, you got lots of hits under your belt. Is there a song of yours in particular that you're proudest of?
Oh, shucks. Always the last one that I wrote, really, because that's, I can look, it's a weekly songwriting practice for me at least. Um, and I'm always excited about the newest thing I've created. And this week, because I'm packing up and going for tour, I thought it'd be funny to write a song with travel tips. So the main chorus is pack light and write down your souvenirs. You can't buy that kind of happiness. The only present is here.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I just get excited about creating. Like if I could go on stage and just make up new songs right then and there, that would be the ultimate tour game for me.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Now, in the past, you've worked with a lot of other really amazing artists. Do you have a favorite collaboration of yours or someone you'd love to work with again?
Any and all. Like
Oh.
I no, I don't have anyone specific. Do you have anyone in mind?
Oh my God. Well, you don't need collaboration, Jason Mraz, but I would love to see maybe like you and SZA have a song in
Oh
2020.
wow, that's a great
Are
idea.
you familiar with SZA at all?
Yeah,
I feel like she's a vibe.
she's a vibe. She is definitely a vibe. I do love a lot of artists, especially new artists. I love Billie Eilish. I think
Yeah.
she's doing really cool stuff. Chaperone.
Yes.
Um, yeah, I mean we can sit here and talk about artists all day. But yes, I'm a yes. If you know SZA, call me.
Perfect. Amazing. We'll make it happen. Going back in time a bit, your debut album, Waiting for My Rocket to Come, iconic. It turns 22 years old this year. If you could go back in time 22 years, what do you think you would tell yourself?
I would say, calm down, young man.
Oh.
Chill out, bro. Um, don't get too ahead of yourself, dude. I don't know. I
Whatever
don't
they
know. I
said
think I
22
was,
years ago.
yeah, I was just, I was, gosh, I was in my mid 20s back then, but I felt like such a child and I was very childish and I'm sure I broke some hearts along the way. But, even back then, something about the audience showing up and giving me their time and attention, it changed me. It turned me from, I kind of had a punk attitude when I started. I was like, I don't need nobody can tell me what to do, and any song I write is just deep, and you don't have to understand it. Well, as audience started to show up, I felt, you know what? I should try to make more sense, and I should be a little more thoughtful, and maybe some of the wisdom that I gleaned from books and experiences and life in general could be woven into songs so that the songs are more meaningful. And so, over the last 25 years or so, I've been transformed by the creative process and also through the process of sharing it with audiences. So, um, I don't think I would ask that young me to change anything, but I would definitely tell him, to have a little more tact, if
Yeah.
you will.
Oh. Yeah, I think we all could have used a little more tact 22 years ago. So
There you go.
I
Thanks.
feel
I'm not
that,
the only
Jason.
one.
For sure. Now, about a month ago, you performed your song, I Feel Like Dancing, on American Idol, and you performed it with Maine's sweetheart, Julia Gagnon. We love Julia here, and we had so much fun watching her on the show. So I'm curious what that experience was like for you.
I loved it. And Julia was phenomenal. She's such a big voice, such a kind heart, so much fun to work and play with. And I'm hoping that I get to see her when our tour comes up to Bangor because I know that she's beloved. And just in the 2 days I got to know her, like I also fell in love with her. She's so much fun. And I felt for her too, because she was on there for a singing show, and all of a sudden I show up. I'm like, hey, we're gonna dance. Like I feel like dancing. And they put her in the crazy costumes and the high heels. I'm like, girl, you just do you. You just groove, all right? Like we don't have to do anything crazy. This is about personal expression. So you go for it. And like she's messing around singing, and I was like, and make this song your own. That's the fun thing about that show. So she's doing all the crazy high notes, and I was inspired. It was fun.
That's amazing, Jason. Maybe she's the next collaboration.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Listen, Julia, if you're listening, that's
Oh
amazing.
yeah, she's listening. We're in touch.
Yeah, 100%. Now, speaking of reality TV, you already know we got to talk about Dancing with the Stars, Jason, because I'm such a big fan of the show, but you absolutely killed it on there. So
Oh,
good.
thanks.
You really were.
Thank you very much. I didn't really know what I was signing up for. I'd seen the show and I thought, "Oh yeah, I can learn a routine."
Yeah.
But I also didn't give myself a whole lot of credit, and I thought I would just get voted off early. Like that would just be me, and I accepted that before I even arrived. And once I got there and things started clicking, I thought, "Oh man, I might be in this thing." And it was 3 months of straight dance, and every 6 days, every 7 days, they hand you a new song and a new dance style. And it was very, very intense, but I loved it. I loved showing up for my partner. I love showing up for the audience and just trying to do my best to paint those pictures in song. And I learned so much more about music through dance. So shout out to all the dancers who for years and years have been giving us musicality and this visible interpretation of dance. I'm was really moved by the experience.
You had such an amazing partner too. Ooh, Taylor Swift week. Don't blame me. That was my personal favorite week of yours, but
Ooh, yeah.
I digress. Jason, what
Argentine
inspired?
tango. Whew.
Yes. What inspired you to do the show? What made you say yes?
Well, I'd been singing I Feel Like Dancing, and I've been, you know, I'd put that song out earlier that year. I'd gone on tour with it. I made a music video. I'm telling the universe that I feel like dancing, and the universe heard the call. And the universe knocked on the door of the producers of Dancing with the Stars. They called me. They said, "Do you really feel like dancing? Because we have an offer for you." And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." I couldn't think of better, more exciting, and practical place to take hardcore dance lessons. So I really got my shoes handed to me.
You sure did. Well, you were amazing. I'm so glad you said yes to the dance shoes. Now, of course, June is Pride Month, and you somewhat recently opened up about your sexuality, at least in your adult life. So I'm wondering, do you have any words to someone who might be struggling with opening up about that?
Mm. You know, what I have found, it's almost like how you start anything. You may not be very good at, you may not know what you're talking about. You may not know the details of like starting a garden, but you just got to start, and if your heart is calling you to go there, just start. So start by, opening up to one friend, maybe even start by opening up in a diary and really and learning who you are and celebrate yourself. And then share that with a friend or with an online community, wherever you feel safe. And you'll know, oh, the cosmic joke is uh, A, nobody cares, because B, everybody loves you, you know? And when I say nobody cares, I don't mean that in a meaningless way. I mean it like everyone is so in their own life. You know, they we don't we cannot possibly live another human person's life. So live your human life to the most magical and special and skin tingly, uh, hair raising, happy, ooey gooey, cuddly, danceable, singable, colorful, or, way possible. Like you are a human and therefore you get to create in life. You get to plant a garden. You get to make your bed. You get to customize your world and to live in a world where more and more and more and more humans are customizing the specific beauty in their lives, it makes for a way more beautiful garden in this world that we can all live in. And so start your garden, is what I say, and make it as colorful and as beautiful as you can imagine. We come here to feel our emotions. We come here to fall in love. We come here to taste amazing treats. So put all that together, and when you're ready to share it out for us. Show us what you've baked. Show us what you've grown in your garden, and delight others, and you will inspire others along the way.
Oh, Jason, that was so beautifully put. Oh my gosh,
Oh,
thank you for that.
thanks.
That was amazing. Now, here in Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So I'd love to know, according to Jason Mraz, what is the way life should be?
The way life should be. That is the state motto of Maine.
It is, isn't that wholesome?
Yes, it is, but it's also telling the rest of life that they
Nerds,
ain't doing it right because this is the way life should be.
it's here.
Okay.
You'll see in Bangor on the 7th.
Right? Oh my gosh. Wow. What was the question? I was just blown away by the state motto.
So according to you, what is the way life should be?
According to me,
Mhm.
are you gonna have me go up against the state of Maine and say what is how the life should be? I
I
think
mean,
Maine's got it figured out. It's the way life should be.
that's fair enough. Have you been here
Yeah, the way
before?
life should be is free. That's how life should be. It should be free, where our ideas come to us freely. While we sleep, we have these magical dreams, right? We can't control that almost because there's a freedom happening while we sleep. When we put our mind to rest, it's like all of our brain waves just wander off and do all these magical things. And when we wake up, our brain waves become very constricted and our thoughts are just sort of one at a time. And it's harder to see the whole beauty of the world all at once. So the more free we can be and the more at ease we can be, I think the more magical life can be as well. So maybe, Maine being out there, it's got some very remote locations in the state. And I think that creates for a more free and more settling brainwave experience, hence the way life should be.
There it is. I do think that's partially truly the reason for the name is it's so peaceful here and just
Yeah.
free. Although New Hampshire's state motto is live free or die. So I think you'll
I
have
could
fun
not believe
there.
that's because you know what they're saying is, I mean, you drive into New Hampshire from Maine, correct?
Yep. Mhm.
So you're living free. It's the way life should be. You cross the state line, you get one more chance. Live free or die.
It's over.
So you have to then think, well, if I'm not going to live free, maybe I should just make a U-turn and go back to the way life should be.
There
You
it
know?
is.
So all these years I thought New Hampshire was a little crazy for that motto, but now I get it. It's more about making a U-turn and get your ass back to Maine.
Exactly. We're all working together here in New England, 100%.
Live free or die.
We're just
Yeah, I remember seeing that on the bumpers or on the license plate. Huh.
insane.
Wow. How about buckle your seatbelt or
Yeah,
die, you know?
solid
But
advice.
and then just live free,
Just
you
live
know?
free or you will die.
Hey, guess what? We're all gonna die.
That's
Spoiler alert, New Hampshire.
Mhm. It's happening to all of us, Jason, for better or worse.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. You're such a treat. Thank you
Does
so
New
much.
Hampshire know how to party or what?
Oh, New Hampshire has itself a time. I'm actually I was born and raised in New Hampshire.
Okay.
And the way I got introduced to you was from my very best friend, Becca. She was going to your meet and greets and concerts when we were in middle and high school. So I have to shout out Becca for bringing us together. And I'm so glad she did, Jason. All those
Thanks, Becca.
Yes, we love Becca and we certainly love you. And I cannot wait to see you up in Bangor. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, Jason.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. I'll see you there.
All right, live free or die. Don't you forget it.
I won't.
Take care, Jason.
Okay, bye.